They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights.
You're just trying to find a way out. I don't wanna tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you, I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you have. There's no way out of this. This life is all you get. One shot to take. Don't miss, just make. Don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. Strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names.
This is Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.
We have an absolutely phenomenal bit of weather tonight as we get ready to take you to Mustang Baseball Live here on Tradio. Just one last setup. It's like we got a little short in something and I don't get much feedback. But I hope you're excited to be with us. The Mustangs are wrapping up their infield right now. We'll have a two-camera shoot for you tonight. My partner in crime, Jeff, is on his way. Apparently he went to the high school, and the game is still at the middle school. These guys have an absolutely phenomenal high school that's been built up here off 377 Argyle. I think they'll be moving into it next year. I anticipate them playing some football. Absolutely phenomenal stadium. Really a good look. And, you know, this place has served them well over the years over here at this middle school. This baseball field is nice. Turf is still good and clean hops. But they've outgrown it. And it's time for them to move. They've gotten bigger, and they have aspirations to be even stronger. So we'll be playing in another place next year. But for now, we're here. And the Mustangs have had pretty good success in this place. I'm not real sure I remember coming up here and walking away with anything but a victory over the last 3 years at least. I remember that last year we swept Argyle and hung it on them pretty well. And then in 2024, that state championship team, Dason Hill, came up here. I remember the K-meter was actually overflowing across the top, and we had absolutely phenomenal hitting. I think we put 5 or 6 on them in the top of the first. Well, the JV did the same thing. I walked up, and the JV today was up 5-0 after one inning here at Argyle. So there's a lot in the pantry for the Mustangs as they look to continue to build on the program. But first things first, they got to get one tonight, and I think we'll have Luke Esquivel on the mound for the Stangs. And when we come back from the break, we'll talk a little bit about Luke and his stats. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.
I'm not gonna tell your secrets. I'm not gonna let them use you up. I'm not gonna pass any judgment. I'm not the usual. I'm not gonna lock you up. I'm not gonna throw away the key. I'm not gonna bat an eyelash. Oh, I'm not gonna miss a beat. I'm not
Jeff, I know you weren't here on Tuesday.
Number 59, Gavin Morowski.
You weren't here on Tuesday, but the Mustangs played well, my man. Did you happen to look at the box score?
Yeah, I did. It looks like Santi had a
And now, the starting lineup for the Argyle Eagles. Batting first, playing third base. Number 2, Tyler D'Angelo.
Norn runs, and then Caleb Evans came in and got the last 2 outs.
Playing shortstop.
Looks like the Mustangs weren't threatened much all night.
That's kind of the way I felt about it as well. I mean, it was a 3-0 game, but they never had more than 2 guys on. I don't remember the bases being loaded. I remember 2 guys on one time, but our pitching was fantastic. Like you said, Santi did great, but then Caleb Evans came in, closed it down.
Well, anytime you get 6 1/3 innings out of your starter with no runs allowed, that's it's hard to lose. The worst you could do is tie in that spot.
Yeah. Well, I set up down here so you could stand up there, you could stand up there, and you can see home plate. Since I'm vertically challenged, I won't be able to see home plate.
No, I like this location a lot better than we had last year.
You don't like the Tradio truck. I had to pull it over here to get my own power, though.
Okay.
You know.
Well.
But I'll have to pull up some stats. I don't know if you took a look at the stat book or not to see what the info is.
Yeah, we're going to have the national anthem here.
As you are able, gentlemen, remove your caps and direct your attention to the flag in right center field as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, Trey, I can say this. The pitchers better keep the ball down because that wind is blowing out to left, and this is not the biggest ballpark. It's 306 down the left field line. There is about a 15-foot wall out there that runs from the foul pole to about left center that's going to keep a few balls in the yard that otherwise might get out of here. But definitely a good night to be a hitter, especially if a right-handed pull hitter. But only 300 down the right field line too. So this ballpark it's a little bigger than usual in the gaps, but in center I believe it's only about 365. So that's a good 30, 40 feet less than what we have in Grapevine.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, 306. You and I could hit one out over here, maybe. You know.
Might need a
but
little.
It is pretty tall, right?
Yeah. You got about a 15-foot wall to hit it over, so that'll keep a few balls in the yard that aren't on a really high trajectory. But it is and it's warm. The ball always carries better. It was 90 degrees here today, and ball always carries better in warm weather. So we've got Luke Esquivel on the mound, and Luke hasn't given up an earned run all season. So. Tonight, if he goes out there and pitches another shutout, that's going to be a feat because it is a hitter's night. See if we can get some information here on the Argyle starting pitcher. I can tell you he is a right-hander. Not that big of a kid. We're going to see one of his fastballs right here.
That was reasonable.
Yeah, probably.
Kept it low.
You know, lower 80s would be my guess on that pitch.
You know, he did keep it low. That's kudos for him.
Top of the first for Mustang pitcher Luke Esquivel.
All right. I guess we'll bring our ambient back on now and see if we can't muddle our way through this. Luke Esquivel, walk up for Grapevine. 9 doubles on the year. It looks like my that's what my data says. We'll have to, that data's not aligned right. We'll have to shift that over. Wow, that's gonna take out our camera, Jeff.
Yeah, didn't miss us by a whole lot.
No.
Yeah, just.
Well, I think that's kind of an indicator of where this guy is right now, Jeff, in terms of bringing the mail.
Latest stats I've got on Luke, he's hitting .333 on the year. He is in that familiar leadoff spot. Didn't hit leadoff the last game I was at on Saturday, but took the day off that day. Oh, wow, got caught looking. It looked a little high, but strike 3 per the umpire. Yeah, this is Tooley on the mound for Argyle. Brings Zach to the plate, and Zach is back in that familiar 2 spot. Zach's at .283 on the season.
Yeah, I got him scoring 15 runs on the year so far, Jeff.
Yeah, that top of the lineup has produced a lot of runs. Jaworski Lane in the 3-hole. He's not only leading the team in RBIs with 20, also leading the team in runs scored with 20. So most of the damage, at least to this point of the season, has been done in the top half of the batting lineup. Good out right there to make it a 3-1 count.
You got it, buddy.
Boy, that right fielder's certainly giving Zach a lot of respect. He's out there probably within 10 feet of the track.
Way to battle.
Well, based on how we've done up here the last 3 times, they need to give some respect, right? I mean, he's this is called a short, and I don't know how to fix it here, but maybe that'll do it.
Okay.
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine, yeah.
Okay.
So full count right here on Zach. He's been going at him with mostly fastballs. Okay, he had another fastball that misses up, and Mustangs get a base runner.
You'll be happy to know we don't have a runner icon budget limitation tonight.
Oh, wow.
We're going
Oh, no, okay. I thought you were saying we were disabled.
No, we're good. We do have a top or bottom issue right now on the board. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'll solve it.
Yeah, Jaworski's at .333 on the year. Boy, another pitch misses up, and that's going to get Zach to second on probably a pass ball right there. A little high, but should have been gloved by the catcher. They like their baseball out here in Argyle, Trey. Every time we've made the trip out here, they get a good crowd, and it's a diverse crowd. A lot of kids. I mean, we've been out here on youth night before, and there must have been 150 kids out on that field.
And all super excited to be there.
Definitely. Boy, misses up again. So
Yeah, but he's bringing it pretty good, Jeff, isn't he? He's picking it up and put it down, it looks like to me.
Low 80s would be my guess. Now, if we have the Esquivel.
Well, it is. It's over there.
Okay,
But I don't.
We're too far to get the
Too far to
Bluetooth feed. Huh?
Too far to get the priority feed.
Oh, another.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to put a runner in scoring position here at third base with only one out. And so far, every pitch to Jaworski has been nowhere close to a strike. See if he gets a take here. That's at least 4 straight balls right there. I would expect him to be taken.
Well, short porch in the left, who knows?
Yeah, we'll
And
see.
he get in front of one. I mean, he's a guy that's got a lot quick hands.
I got to say, I didn't see Coach give him a sign, so let's see.
Well, doesn't matter.
No, that one misses, but it looked like he might have been swinging if he got something he liked. And it's going to bring Lolly to the plate. Oh, we're going to try to go to second and steal a run. Okay,
yeah.
We're going to get away with it. And here comes Jaworski to third. Just really bad baseball right there. Worst case scenario, they just got to first and they told him to keep going. Coach Washburn over there. Happy birthday to Coach Washburn.
Yep.
So Lolly's in a good spot to drive in a run right here.
That's a run.
Wow. Really gifted us 2 runs right there. No hits.
Hey, you're good too.
2 base on balls and just pass balls. Plated both of those runs, and we're going to get a early mound visit. And he's missed so far from the zone. I understand why. They're going to try and give their bullpen time to get going. They sent a kid down there in a hurry to start loosening up. But yeah, he threw strikes to Luke and picked up a strikeout looking, but ever since then really struggled with finding the strike zone, and at least 3 or 4 of those pitches were over the hitter's head. So yeah, their bullpen, they do have activity, but they haven't even started throwing. We've working with the stretching apparatus down there. Now they're actually going to pick up a baseball. So Lolly missed a chance at an RBI there. He has 16 on the season, hitting .328. Pretty well hitting the gap. Let's see. No, right at the right fielder. Boy, that ball was right up against the wall, though. Just he had gotten a little bit more air under that. That's probably off the scoreboard. Hit it well, just didn't have enough trajectory to get it up. More of a line drive right there, but a good swing and good barrel contact right there. Can bring Gianni to the plate. Gianni, I noticed, had 2 hits on Tuesday night.
Yeah, he's pushed his average up, according to our research, to .320.
Okay.
But he has been very super consistent lately. I mean, he put 2 doubles down the left field line in that game against Argyle on Tuesday.
Okay.
I think it was Argyle, wasn't it? I think.
Well,
you know, we only had like 5 hits, and he had 2 of them.
Yeah, no. Gianni had 2 hits, and there was another.
And Connor Ray had 2 hits.
Yeah.
They were bunts.
Yeah, Connor
no,
Ray.
excuse me. Connor Ray had a bunt single, and then he had a hit over the shortstop's head, I believe.
Yeah, Game Changer's showing 7 hits for the team Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm sure that's right. My memory. I'm getting older, Jeff.
But, yeah, Gianni and Connor were the only guys with multiple hits. Another ball a little bit late on down the right field line.
No, I think he's bringing it pretty good, man. Honestly.
Okay. Well, we text Lolly and see where he's at on the radar gun. Another pitch misses up right there. So, yeah, Mustangs out to an early 2-0 lead without a hit. Really gifted these first 2 runs here in the top of the first inning. Another pitch misses up to make it a full count, and they're not just missing up. I mean, they're missing the catcher altogether. Misses again right there, and bring Connor Ray to the plate here with 2 outs and a runner at first base. We'll get a courtesy runner for Gianni. I think that's Cash Karcher. That number 4.
Cash Kircher.
Cash Kircher, my bad.
Yeah. So I've got Connor Ray with his hits on Tuesday up over 400 now, 408.
Okay.
He's been a super consistent bright spot for the Mustangs at shortstop. Plays defense, lights out, and delivers at the plate as well. In fact, he's still leading the team in OPS.
Okay. Yeah, we've seen Connor go deep this year, but also has several extra base hits to go along with that. So that contributes to that OPS. That OPS is a combination of the on-base percentage plus the slugging percentage. The Tradio team's taking it up a notch with the advanced metrics this year. Another pitch misses up right there. 3-0 count. So, yeah, the bullpen down there doesn't seem to be in a hurry, but I'm sure the coach right now would wish they would speed things up.
I'm sure he has a swing away here.
Another ball 4 right there. So going to bring Nomar Torres to the plate with runners at first and second and 2 outs. And Nomar's another kid that, at least the stats I saw, which may be a game or 2 old, but he was over 400, at 413 as of, I think, 2 games ago.
Yeah, 396.
Okay.
Yeah. Now he dropped a little bit, but we know he's got power. Hit one out at Jesuit and just absolutely crushed that ball. Then against Colleyville last Thursday, didn't he hit one at the 350 mark? He hit one we thought, oh, the guy caught it. Twice robbed him.
Yeah, no, he's definitely driven the ball. He has good power to right center also.
This guy just needs to find his arm slot on the hill. You know, I mean, his motion, his mechanics look pretty good, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you just can't find it. I'm sure being one of their district starters, this is certainly not a typical outing for him. That's well
Look
hit.
at that ball.
Here comes Cash, and he's going to get there. We're going to hold Connor up at second. So Mustangs now on an early 3-0 lead. They only had 3 runs the whole game Tuesday night, and here in the first inning they've matched that total. So that's going to bring the DH tonight, Santiago Montes, to the plate. We've seen Santi heat up at the plate over the last couple ball games. I know he had 2 hit nights last week against Colleyville, both games.
Yeah, I've got his batting average moving up, but
well, he
I'll
got
have
off
to-
to a slow start. He that's why I said his bat has heated up just over the last about 2 weeks. He you know, we heard from Lolly. He hit a lot of balls right on the nose when they were out in Lake Charles, but just right at guys. That was a breaking pitch right there that he got a looking strike right there to make it a 1-1 count.
first 2 times Grady Emerson came up last night, Jeff. 370 and 365.
I saw the video that Will posted. That was pretty cool.
We're so fortunate to have 2 of the top teams in the Metroplex on
Yeah,
Tradio.
I shared that video with some friends of mine. It's a privilege to get to watch him play, as well as some of these Mustangs that have just outstanding talent.
Boy, that was a good pitch. That was it.
Yeah, there must be an ambient mic down there behind home plate.
No, it's right here.
Okay, I heard someone saying that was a good pitch, but looked a little up to me, and that's, I believe, what the umpire thought. So 2-2, 2 outs. Should be moving on a swing here.
Oh, that's got a car. 2-2.
Hard to park close, Trey, unless you,
No, well,
you
unless
cheat like you did.
I didn't cheat, man. I asked one of the baseball coaches if I could do it, and he said, absolutely. I need to come down here to get power.
I probably got about 1,000 steps in where I had to park. Another pitch misses up right there to run it a full count. And
Only thing, a deep single or one in the gap, and the guy from first is definitely going to score here on the 3-2.
The runners will be moving here on the pitch.
This is not a guy you want to mess with because he can put it over that wall and left.
It's in the air, but center fielder.
No, that's carrying a little bit.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah.
So Mustangs pick up 3 runs with only 1 base hit right there, and have a 3-0 lead headed to the bottom of the first inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. tolerant D'Angelo. I've got him with 14 runs on the year, which means he gets on base and gets around, right?
Yeah, the leadoff hitter obviously is that's his job to get on base and let the next guys drive him in.
Yeah. Okay. I guess so. I guess that was kind of Captain Obvious comment, huh? Oh, he swung at it there. Boom. Luke Esquivel coming out sharp, Jeff.
Yeah, Luke. Let me just.
Number 3, DJ Denny.
Yeah, Luke Esquivel looks like he did in the middle of last year.
Well, I'd say he looked better than I can recall. Last Tuesday night against Colleyville, he went 6 innings, had 12 strikeouts, and he had all 3 pitches work, and he talked about that in the post-game interview. Gave up a couple hits early, but really shut it down his second and third time through the lineup.
Well, he's already thrown 5 pitches. Yeah, he tried to do that little quick pitch stuff right there. His dad talked about that he introduced.
Yeah, he said he just started that. He did do it 4 or 5 times in the Colleyville game. Actually got shut down by the umpire one time.
Oof. Yeah.
And missed down and away right there, but not a bad spot in a 1-2 count.
This is number 3. DJ Denny got 20 hits on the year. Oh, good pitch. Got him. I need to get that walk-up graphic off there.
Yeah, 2 quick Ks here for Luke. But, yeah, 20 hits at this point in the season. That's probably a little better than 1 a game.
Number 21, Brody Black.
Well, Trey, you mentioned Grady Emerson earlier, and Grady played for this Argyle team the last 2 seasons, and I'm sure nobody over there will talk about it, but you know they're missing him. I mean, you lose a guy that's the top high school prospect in the nation. They not only lost Grady, they lost
Castleberry.
Castleberry, who's going to UTA, and he's a middle of the lineup hitter. So they lost 2 really big bats, and hard to replace those guys that would have been seniors this year.
Yeah, and they're having solid years over there for Coach Greer.
Solid's an understatement.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
well,
Castleberry,
I mean Castleberry.
Castleberry is solid, but
Emerson
you need a bigger adjective to describe Emerson's year so far.
Yeah, there we go. Strike 3.
Well, he strikes out the
strike
side.
out the side. Unbelievable.
Makes quick work right there, and Mustangs hold that 3-1 or 3-0 lead going to the top of the second. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio.
swung at the pitch down the middle anyways.
Okay. Is that Will Newton?
Make contact.
Will Newton batting for the Mustangs. No, his on-base percentage, .425, Jeff.
Done a lot of good things at the plate that
He
don't
has.
necessarily show up on that batting average. We saw him in that Colleyville game lay down 2 nice sacrifice bunts and had a hit to have a perfect night that night. So, again, that didn't show up in the average, but he did exactly what he was asked to do in that spot. Good eye right there.
Good pitch.
It seems like every time the Mustangs have needed a clutch rally, he's been in the middle of it. You know, he has a knack for.
I heard you mention that late in that Flower Mound game.
Yeah, look at
That's going
that.
to be a ground ball to second base. He can make the play, but did square it up.
Now batting pitch number 1, Luke Escobar.
Yeah, we did mention earlier, Santiago Montez is the DH tonight, and he's DHing for Andres Martinez out in left field. So we roll back to the top of the lineup here with Luke Escobar. Oh, good cut at a high fastball, just fouled it straight back. Like he asked the umpire if that was a strike, but must have looked good enough to take a nice hack at it. Not a bad idea, though, if you can get a better idea of the strike zone from the umpire, you know whether or not to lay off that pitch. Still activity down there in the Argyle bullpen.
That was a real close pitch there. Yep. They got 2 guys warming up or 1, Jeff?
I just see 1 right now. Another right-hander. Another misses up right there, so that's going to run it to 3-1. And
Dangerous hitter for 3-1 count, isn't it?
that's been the miss predominantly, is that pitch up, and it's been by a wide margin. So another base on balls right there, and Mustangs get another base runner, and they're probably going to make a move right here. Here comes the coach, and yeah, the bullpen is headed this way, so going to see a pitch and change. Just too many base on balls right there to stick with Tooley. That was 4 base on balls, and not only the base on balls, some of the misses were so bad that the balls went to the backstop and allowed the Mustangs to move up a base or score a run because of the wild pitches.
We are in the top of the second. We're up here at Argyle. Absolutely phenomenal Friday night, isn't it?
Yeah,
And the weather's awesome. I really overcompensated. I thought it was going to get cool tonight.
Well, it was 90 this afternoon,
Yeah.
so, but yeah, I mean, it's very comfortable right now. We
Thank you.
had some cold weather early in the week, but that's gone. It was a little chilly probably Tuesday night, wasn't it? I mean, I know.
It was very, very chilly.
I bet, yeah.
I mean, I was doing my best.
Kind of makes the score a little more easier to understand, because those cold nights tend to be pitcher's duels. It's just not fun to hit in that cold weather. The ball doesn't carry as well. So those cold weather nights like that tend to produce low-scoring games. And obviously, Argyle's starting pitcher pitched fairly well, held the Mustangs, their staff as a whole held the Mustangs to only 3 runs and 7 hits. So
It was a well-played ball game, but like I said, for some reason, it never felt like the Stangs were threatened.
yeah, well, if you are only getting a base runner in an inning, it's hard to, and you're not hitting any extra base hits, it's hard to plate anything.
The research department didn't find out who was a senior and who was a junior. Didn't have that, just position.
Well, I'm impressed with the away team stats, or I should say the opposing team stats. We are out here in Argyle tonight, so they are the home team.
Yep. Well, you know, you guys do what you got to do, Jeff. We got to advance with the times.
Jackson, Overton.
I think we got we got a courtesy runner over there. That's Jackson
Now batting for the Mustangs,
Papadakis running for Luke, who's on the mound tonight.
I think he has 8 stolen bases on the season.
That brings Luke to the plate, and he walked in his last at bat and came around to score. That pitch misses down. One thing I thought about Teray is, we always look at the fence out there, and there's 3 state championships for Argyle out there, 2015, 2018, 2019, and the Mustangs have now matched that number. So they had us there. Okay, going to get to second right there on not a wild pitch, but a pitch that got away far enough for Jackson to move up. Good job right there, breaking on that ball down in the dirt. It was only a couple of years ago when they had us outnumbered 3-1 in state championships, but the Mustangs have now matched them in that department. .3-0 count right here. Let's see if Zach gets a green light. I guess he didn't, because that looked like a
Pretty good pitch to swing.
Yeah. I think Coach gave him the 1 sign, which I believe means make it your pitch. Okay, yeah, another ball right there to give us runners at first and second with only 1 out, and it brings Jaworski Lane to the plate. Jaworski also walked in his first at bat. Just very tough to. You can't defend a walk. I mean, that's the problem. We've heard the coaches talk about it. We haven't really. Yeah, their first baseman's going to play in front of Zach, expecting a bunt, but I don't look for Jaworski to bunt here. He'll be swinging away. And a good cut, yeah.
He did.
Interesting to me that the right fielder is playing deeper than any of the other outfielders to the opposite field. And we know Jaworski has good power that way. We have seen him hit balls with authority that way, but I would have thought the left fielder would be closer to the fence out there.
Well, I think with the I'm just going to hypothesize here that they're playing that wall as the 10th fielder out there, and he's up to cut off anything in front of him. Anything behind him, the wall's going to keep it in, I think. I think that's what they're working, using the wall.
Okay.
I can see by your face you think I'm full of it, but that's all
Well,
right.
I'm trying to figure that one out. That's out
That's
of
gone.
here. Oh, wow.
Gosh,
that is a
dang,
bomb.
That is a
That's up in
monster.
the lights as it gets out of here.
Wow.
That was a monster shot right there.
Woo.
That thing was up in the lights. We mentioned earlier there's a bit of a green monster out here, but had no chance to take that one in. That ball was 30 to 40 feet above the fence as it cleared the wall. And I mentioned, this is not the biggest ballpark, but that's going to get out of any ballpark we play in, and by a wide margin.
That was absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So put another home run on the board. That's a prediction that came to fruition early, Trey. I said the Mustangs would hit more home runs this year than they did last year. So Mustangs now out to a 6-0 lead here early. Well, we saw Jaworski had a couple of good cuts and fouled him back, but he didn't miss that third one.
And our Action Logistics home plate camera caught it going out, so that's good.
Nice.
Or actually got the camera over there pointed to that spot. So we appreciate Action Logistics for sponsoring another camera tonight. And our sponsor for tonight's broadcast is Feed Store Barbecue. You ever been to Feed Store?
I have never been there, but I've heard great things about it.
It's awesome. It's absolutely phenomenal. Over in South Lake, if you get a chance, folks, go try it out. Feed Store Barbecue.
Seems like they should give free barbecue to the broadcasters.
I mean, I try to work a lot of perks for you, Jeff, but I'm just not sure.
That wasn't part of the contract.
That wasn't part of the deal. I can tell you I didn't have record on my local recording when the home run was hit. So.
Lolly's in a 3-1 count here. He'll air it out if he gets something. Nope, misses right there. I believe Gianni homered at this ballpark last year, Trey.
He did.
I missed
a laser.
I missed that. I think it was a business trip, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, I know you have these business trips that crop up at interesting times.
Yeah, another pitching change here. So, yeah, tough.
Yeah, so Feed Store Barbecue, located over in South Lake. Go in.
Now that I think about it,
Mike LaFavors. Yeah, you've
I've
been
had
there.
never been there, but I've had their barbecue at a friend's house, so I can vouch for how good it is. I just have never actually been to the Feed Store.
It's absolutely phenomenal. We appreciate them being a supporter of the GHS 10th Man Club and for bringing you Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio tonight. Feed Store Barbecue in South Lake. Jeff, right back where we were 2 years ago in 2024 when Dason Hill stepped on that rubber. I was explaining before the game started, the K meter was all the way across the board, and the Mustangs jumped on 5 or 6 runs in the first inning in that game. Do you remember? And it didn't go run rule, but it was like an 11-2 victory for the Mustangs that night.
I do remember that, and I believe that was behind a loss. I believe they lost at home, they being the Mustangs, and then we came out here and just jumped on them in a hurry. That was I believe, wasn't that a playoff game?
No,
it was a regular season. Okay.
No, the reason it wasn't a playoff game is because it was here.
Okay.
Playoff game would have been a neutral site.
Okay. Well, it seemed to be an important game. I think we were battling with them for the district.
You remember we went to LD Bell? Was it LD Bell? I think it was LD Bell.
We have squared off with them in the playoffs.
Remember when all the hail damage occurred to the cars? That weekend.
Okay.
We had series, and they beat us the first night. They beat Luke Schreier, and then Dason shut him down, and then JoJo came out and pitched a masterpiece in the third game.
Yeah. Well, I do remember that district game that year was a big game because I think we were neck and neck for the lead in the district. So that brings Gianni to the plate. He also walked in his first at bat.
Man, I love the way they're hunting up a strike, man. They're coming in. They're being aggressive tonight. A little bit different than Tuesday night, I think. A little more patience.
Yeah, and again, you've got to be excited to be a hitter tonight because it's just a hitter's night with the current conditions. Check Lolly at first, but I don't think he'll be running. I haven't seen Lolly try and steal many bases this year.
Oh,
Boy,
my gosh.
he just got undered a little bit.
Oh, no, he got it out of here. Get deep, get deep, get deep. Ah.
Yeah, got it a little off the end of the bat and just missed it enough to keep it off that wall.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Connor Ray.
So that brings Connor to the plate, and then he was another guy that walked in his first at bat. That's a recurring theme. Must have missed away right there.
It's a pretty close pitch on the monitor here.
Yeah, it definitely was. Had the elevation for a strike, but must have been out a little bit. That's a strike right there. We've seen Connor hit the ball with authority to left field. He's definitely got the power to go that way, and if not get it out of here, get it off that big wall out there.
That green monster.
Okay, Lolly's going to try and get there. Yeah, high throw, he's going to get there.
I'll be.
He broke on that ball in the dirt, and it would have been a close play if the throw had been accurate.
He did a good. That was good base run, Jeff.
Yeah. You want to try and get to second, get a runner in scoring position if you can.
I think the board's wrong. I got him with 2-1 here.
Yeah.
First pitch was a ball. Second pitch was a strike. That one right there was in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Connor Ray's got a great stance. He can handle any pitch. And there's a hard hit ball, but it's going to be fielded by second baseman, and that'll do it. As the Mustangs, powered by a Jaworski Lane monster shot, extend their lead by 3 runs. Mustangs 6, Argyle Eagles coming to bat in the bottom of the second. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio. So Snakenberg pitched against the Stangs on Tuesday night. Oh, that's a hard hit ball. It's got some carry to it. Yeah, but I got a guy. His name is Zach Goldstein.
Zach?
Is that you or me?
Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Bryson Fucker.
Let's do this. How about, can you hear me?
I can hear you good, yeah.
I can hear you good. Better? Everything better? All right.
Yeah, we got one out here. That's a high fastball bomb right there.
A lot of action on that hit. That contact. I guess not a hit.
Yeah, the Eagles didn't have contact in that first inning. Luke struck out the side in the bottom of the first inning. Gets another strikeout right there swinging. So 4 strikeouts now for Luke through 1 2/3.
Now batting center fielder number 6, Nate Baruch.
You know, you get on an early lead like this and you can't lose your focus. That's one of the things Coach Webster talked about in one of the interviews that remind me of our
Logan Scott,
Logan Scott. Yeah, Logan's
intern for Tradio.
Radio intern. But Coach Webster talked about, you know, this Mustangs team will get up early and really has a chance to pound the team and put them away, and sometimes hasn't done it. But so far tonight, it should be a pop-up played by Will Newton right there in short right field. But, yeah, they're put 3 up in the first, 3 up in the second. Now have a 6-0 lead headed to the top of the 3rd inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. RBI single in his first at bat, got the scoring started for the Mustangs. Or actually the Mustangs picked up some runs on some walks and pass balls, but was the first ball that actually, oh, that's pretty well, no, can be run down in right center. Oh, no, dropped it.
No ma.
Yeah, he got that off the end of the bat. I thought it was initially hit better than it ended up, but still gets us a base runner out there. That should be an error, but center fielder did go a pretty long ways to get to it.
Hey, I better let these guys know that it's a lot of mine.
So that brings Santi Montez to the plate. Nobody out. Torres at second base. Yeah, at least based on the scoreboard, I think they are going to call that an error, and I would agree with that.
I mean, all I wanted to do was tell them that the mic is hot, right? And,
oh, wow. Almost took out a head over there in the Eagles dugout. He was way late on that, and gets on you in a hurry over there if you're sitting on that rail.
They didn't have like multi-level bleachers like that when I played high school ball. Just like one bench in the dugout.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It is a nice dugout.
Did you have the multi-level or? Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, come on. Beat it.
good pick right there.
Yeah, good job by the third baseman staying with that play, and nice pickup at first base to get an out. But Trey, we didn't even have a railing like that. We just had a fence, like
Oh
the
yeah.
chain link fence.
No, this chain link fence
Yeah,
we're looking at.
There's no
That's
railing.
that's right.
No railing you
And
can
then
sit on.
and then you had one post where you walked around it to go get in the on deck circle.
Yeah.
And you grabbed all the bats and everything that were there on the way.
Yeah. And back then, not everybody had their own bat. The
That's
team
right.
had like 2 bats.
That's
and
right.
everybody-
That's
you had
right.
to make it work.
And one of them was a cracked wooden bat that the coach used for fungo. That's exactly right.
Well, we did have some.
I'll tell you what.
Black Magic Easton and the Green Easton.
Oh
that
yeah,
was, that was the bat
Green
to
Easton.
have.
Green Easton, 33-inch thin handle, and then I had a wooden bat that was a Fred Lynn model. It was a thin handle. I loved it. And when that thing, this is crazy. I took an inside, I hit an inside fastball, and well, you know where Jefferson County is because you're from Alabama, or you've been in Alabama before. What was that?
Well,
he
asked
called
for
timeout.
and the
He
pitcher
gave it to
couldn't
him.
stop.
Okay, so it was a tournament, and they actually caught it on news. They had it on the TV. I was batting, and sheared. You remember hearing some of these bats?
Yeah, they would break.
I got a
sometimes.
fastball on the inside and just sheared it off, and the top went out toward the shortstop as he fielded the ground ball. It still threw me out. But
What about the tennis ball in the end of the bat? Did it come out?
oh no, I didn't
People
have
used
that.
to talk about,
Yeah. How you
putting
take
tennis
the-
balls in there.
yeah.
It's supposed to make the ball jump off.
Yeah, no, I never heard of that. But I heard of it, but I never did it.
Well, it's the equivalent of corking a bat. Remember when Sammy Sosa got caught with a cork bat?
Yeah, right. That's about the. So listen, here's an interesting thing for you. We've been doing these Meet the Mustangs and with our other team that we follow, Fourth Christian Cardinal Connections. So
Right.
it's the same thing. And when Logan asked people these kids asked their favorite player, I'll give you 2 guesses for the highest vote getter.
Well, that's a tough one. I've listened to a few of them.
Oh, that's a hard hit ball.
Yeah, another ground
Good-
ball there for Will.
Good
So
play by the shortstop, man.
Will's hit 2 balls fairly hard and doesn't have a hit to show for it, but the runner does move to third base with 2 outs. Let me think about that for a second. If I had to,
I'm going to tell you, they're not local.
well, I assume we're talking about major leaguers.
Yes.
And right now, Aaron Judge, if I had to.
Let me rephrase that. He asked who's the best baseball player of all time.
Oh, the best player of all time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's going to get away, and Mustangs are going to pick up another run. Boy, that's a tough one for me because that's, I think about, first of all, I'm biased against the steroid guys. I'm not a big Barry Bonds fan, so I'd have to throw him out of the equation, even though he was.
Well, that's the guy. That's the one.
Wow.
All these kids, they say, look, still the number of home runs he hit and his accolades and accomplishments cannot be disregarded. That rolled up his wrist, and he still made the play. Oh, safe.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I think I can get a replay on that, Jeff.
Yeah,
Right here, we're
Luke,
firing one.
Luke got down the line in a hurry. I thought they were going to make that play. The shortstop came up with pretty quick and fired to first base, but
Here's a replay coming right off our home plate cam.
nice.
Boom.
Yeah. There's really not much more you could ask of the shortstop right there, and Luke just beats it out. So that's a
That's a good
infield
call.
hit.
That's a good call.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, it's interesting that these high school kids, though, even really remember Barry Bonds because, he's been out of the game for quite a while. But if you're just looking at the record books and you don't pay is there an asterisk next to his home run total? Because I think there should be.
Yeah, I don't know where I stand on that except to say that there's a resurgence of what people think, and their tolerance level, I guess.
Yeah, obviously. And the only thing I can say is, well, they weren't testing at the time, so he could do it without technically violating the rules, I guess.
Oh my gosh, is that ball going to carry at all?
No, he didn't hit that one right where it needed to get out of here. But Mustangs pick up another run and now have a 7-0 lead headed to the bottom of the third inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. Okay, Luke starts his third inning of work. He's got 4 strikeouts through 2 innings, no hits allowed. In fact, they haven't had a base runner yet. Well, ball to Lolly right there, comes up and fires a strike to first base to get an out. So they still don't have a base runner.
Now batting the catcher, number 12, Jensen Calvert.
That's going to be a base hit right there, right up the middle. Just took it right back up the box, and Luke couldn't get down to it. So get their first base runner of the night.
Well, it had to happen at some point, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen
Second baseman, number 10, Cash Cranford.
seen Luke be dominant pretty much every start this year, and this one's starting out the same way.
Good pitch.
Yeah, good fastball right there to get ahead. Not much of a lead at first base. I don't think down 7 they'll be running.
Well, he painted that one.
Yeah, another good fastball for a strike right there, and that's kind of been Luke's approach lately. He really hadn't messed around much. Gets a lot of quick strikes and helps keep his pitch count down, which has allowed him to go deep into these games. Even though he had 12 strikeouts against Colleyville, he went 6 innings because he's getting quick strikeouts, 3-4 pitch strikeouts. Not many full counts. Good spot right there, 0-2.
Yeah, pretty tight lead. He's inside. He's 2 feet inside the cut. They're not going to do anything with the run differential right now.
No, they're not going to run, but I can assure you, if you did try and run with a lead like that, your chances of being successful with Gianni behind the plate are almost 0.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was inching back right there from this. Okay, another strikeout right there, like a breaking pitch that fooled him down in the turf, I should say, not dirt. We are on a turf field tonight.
Back to the top of the lineup, third baseman number 2, Tyler D'Angelo.
So 5 strikeouts now for Luke. This is down and away right there. Really took any excitement out of the crowd early with the Mustangs'
Yeah.
early lead.
I mean, it's how many pitches has he thrown, Jeff? Wow, that was an awesome pitch.
He's only thrown 31 pitches now with 2 2/3 innings. So on a 11 pitch average right now per inning, that's
Oh, that guy, he almost got too far off. You're messing with fire if you take 2 steps off that bag. The king of the back picks is behind the plate, right?
that's what Gianni had on his mind. But
You saw him
runner,
bounce out. He was ready to do. The guy was 2 steps away from getting a gun down there, wasn't he?
no doubt. Yeah, Gianni had it on his mind, and the runner thought better of it.
Well, we have the top and bottom information showing up now. TB text is what we call it.
Okay. Might have to get an
Strike
explanation.
3.
Well, there it is.
Oh, gosh.
So 6 strikeouts now for Luke through 3 innings, and Mustangs have a 7-0 lead going to the top of the 4th inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio.
Right back.
Okay, we got Jaworski Lane leading off the top of the 1st inning. Jaworski did it last at bat. He was about 380. Pops that one up foul down the right field line. Whoever ran that ball down had to hike a bit to get to it, because it was a good 75 feet beyond the wall would be my guess. Well, that was a rope right there. Just got on top of it a little bit, but squared up another ball right there, just a laser through that shortstop hole.
Now batting third baseman number 11, Lally Esquivel.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Mustangs get
hearing-
another lead-off hitter on base, and Lolly's would like to join the home run
hit
parade
parade.
tonight.
The hit parade. Oh, there's a
There
rip
it
right
is.
there. Look at that.
Jaworski was running on the pitch, but kind of had to freeze there and to keep getting doubled up. It was on a line there. You got to make sure that ball clears the infield, so he kind of had to pull up at second. Really not a ball you can go first or third on either way. So Gianni hit that ball in his last at bat to the wall, but just caught it off the end of the bat and got it up a little bit too much. But I know he's looking for something to drive right here.
Especially with the thought of the home run. I mean, the home run he hit, Jeff, was just it didn't get higher than the fence the entire time. It was flat, you know. Whereas Jaworski's was kind of a towering monster shot.
Yeah, well, it had to be at least.
But in the book,
20
both
feet,
of them
20
said
feet.
HR.
Yeah, no, they don't
They
tell
don't-
you how far they went. You don't
No.
get it. You don't get 2 home runs if you hit it 400.
That's right.
But it would normally be a spot where the Mustangs would bunt, but not on with a 7-0 lead.
No.
Gianni's going to be swinging away right here. Of course, the first baseman
Oh,
hit by a pitch.
ow. He doesn't hit him on the elbow.
Well, it was just, at least not his throwing arm. It was his left
I
elbow.
think it's going to be. I think his night's done, actually.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
the guys wear that front elbow pad. If you hang in there and you have that pad on, you feel a lot better when you do get hit. But either way, he's going to get a chance to come back to the dugout and maybe put a little ice on it. As
He got him good.
Cash Kircher goes
Yeah.
in to run.
Cash, Kircher. Brings to the plate, shortstop number 7, Connor Ray.
So bases loaded for Connor, nobody out. Honestly, the Mustangs got a chance here to finish this one early, Trey.
I hadn't thought about that, but you're absolutely correct. What do they have? They need 3 runs, and then they need to get 6 more outs.
Well,
Oh, no, more than that. No, we're in the top of the 4th, right?
I saw the Tradio team had to go 10 innings last night, so it would be fitting
Oh, my
to,
gosh.
to get an early
Yes.
finish, right?
Let me just – I just want to tell you, that was one of the best baseball games I've ever seen. The only one that I think eclipses it is that Colleyville game 2 years ago where Ryan Williams tied that game up.
That one went 12 innings,
Yeah,
right? That was a heck of a
and
game.
Peyton Tatum had the single at the middle, and Cash Lyle put Colleyville ahead in the extra inning, and I don't know, it was like the 9th or something, and then or 10th, and then Ryan Williams ties it up in the bottom. That was an incredible game.
Yeah, that was an exciting ball game.
Yeah. But Connor Ray sitting in here, bases jacked, nobody out. He's the leading OPS on the team. And we're having a little problem with the focus on the camera, and we missed the shot.
Right at the right fielder, but he is going to score a run from third, and Lolly's going to come to third to put us another runner at third base with only 1 out, but Mustangs now lead 8-0. Connor hit that ball on the nose, but just right at that right fielder, and I mentioned earlier, he's playing deep. If he was playing a little shallower, that ball might have cleared him. He's going to bring Torres to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the night, had an RBI single earlier and hit a ball to fairly deep right center in his last at bat. Like a breaking pitch right there he took inside. We've seen what he can do with a breaking pitch that hangs. That's what he hit out of Jesuit.
That's a great pitch. Guy dropped it right in there on the off speed.
Yeah, it came back to back with breaking pitches.
That's some respect for the batter. I think word's gotten out on Nomar.
Yeah, he's done a lot of damage early in the season.
You know, he's tucked away down there at what, seventh in the order, or sixth?
Yeah,
No, he's seventh, I think.
he is in the 7-hole tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
Connor's hitting 6, but
Yeah.
I mean, you can just see him at the plate. He's got a good approach at the plate. Okay, yeah, they were going to give us that run to second. Hope that Lolly broke for the plate there, but nothing happened. And now the Mustangs have 2 runners in scoring position. But yeah, I mean, look at his setup up there. He's
Very
got good
athletic.
balance.
Yeah.
Just doesn't really have. Always seems to put a good swing on the ball. Fisted right there. Okay, they're going to get Lolly in a rundown. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's
Close.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah. They just got him at home.
Yeah, Lolly had went all the way back to the bag and just had too much ground to cover, but kind of had to go home because Cash Kircher was at third base. Tough spot there.
Yeah, I don't know if number 4 should have.
If it's
made
not
the
a
break.
contact play, yeah, unless you know Lolly's breaking on contact, Cash, when you're the runner at second base, you've got to make that ball be to the right of you. You don't run when a ball's hit to the left side, especially with the guy at third.
When the ball's hit in front of you.
Yeah, so I think Cash was that was, and I saw Coach Webster talking to him.
Yeah.
I think that was, he didn't have Lolly breaking on contact there, so Cash should have froze also, and then make them throw to first. If they throw to first right there, you still might get that run.
Yeah, as it turns out, you might be limited on how many you get here now.
Let's see if Santi can pick up a 2-out hit.
Yeah, let's turn this on make sure we're on the cut.
High strike right there to run it 0-2.
Yeah, the scorekeeper's way late. I got him.
Oh, wow, got him looking.
What a
So,
great pitch. You got to tip your hat to that pitcher. That was a fantastic pitch.
Yeah, Mustangs had bases loaded with nobody out and only pick up 1
He
run.
worked
but
out of the big jam.
now lead 8-0 going to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio.
And number 3, DJ Denny.
Okay, Luke starts his 4th inning of work, has 6 strikeouts through 3 innings, only 1 hit allowed. Really looked like the Mustangs were going to pick up a big inning, but got held to 1 run. That could be a fly ball to right field. Jaworski is staying with it. Yates gets the out, but You see that ball was fairly deep, almost to the track out there and right.
That brings to the plate the right fielder, number 21, Brody Black.
Oh, good straight changeup right there. The hitter timed up his fastball, was way out in front of that changeup. Comes right back at him with a fastball and gets him looking and finds himself in a 0-2 hole before he can blink. Oh, another straight change to pick up another strikeout. So
How many strikeouts does he have tonight?
that's 7 strikeouts here through 3 2/3.
Yeah, I don't know. He's doing the damage tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, his last 2 starts, he's averaging right at about 2 strikeouts per inning, or Dr. K type numbers.
You see where Dr. K is,
Oh, another good fastball.
you know, coming in at 100.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was just pitching in high school 2 years ago.
Yeah. Another quick
I know,
strike.
I talked to his dad. He said that the biggest thing is they've got to develop his number of innings. Workload has to increase.
Yeah.
Right now, he's on like a 5-inning pace. He struck out two
No,
strikeouts
yeah.
and then a fly ball.
So 8 strikeouts through 4 innings. Mustangs lead 8-0 going to the top of the 5th inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. You know, Trey, I feel like this game is flying by. These innings have been quick, even though, the Mustangs have put 8 runs on the board, and there's been a lot of base on balls, which tend to make for long innings. Here we are in the top of the 5th inning and only about an hour and 15 minutes into the game.
Well, I see the Mustangs being a lot more aggressive at the plate than they were Tuesday, as we here Friday night with this Feetsville Barbecue sponsored Mustang Baseball Live production. Get down, Will. Get down, Will. And fly out to the left fielder. That's the biggest thing I see from. It seems to me like they're not letting strikes go by tonight.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't had many strikes looking at all, and of course they've gotten a lot of balls to look at, and have made those costly for the Eagles.
Costly's good. If you're on the Mustang side.
Well, they've got 5 hits and 8 runs. That's a good ratio.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if you can just equal your run total with your hit total, that's a good ratio. But they're averaging about a run and a half per hit.
I'm sitting here. I don't really think there's been a lot of walks by Argyle, has there? I guess there has been, probably.
For their pitching, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, the first time through the lineup, we had about 5 or 6 walks. I'll tell you.
Okay. Well,
exactly. They've walked 7 Mustangs
Yeah.
here.
So I actually had a coach in high school that believed in that you take the number of walks and that's the number of runs that the team scored. So if you're a pitcher and you give up seven walks, there are going to be 7 runs on the board.
Yeah, that's pretty close because, yeah, you figure there's going to be some hits. So when you combine those hits with the walks, that certainly makes a lot of sense.
Well, and the other thing that people don't realize, it rolls the lineup down, right? Another guy comes to bat that would not have normally come to bat.
Yeah.
When you give up a free pass.
Yeah, well, and that's why, you know, the whole sabermetric movement went to the on-base percentage as more important than batting average, because if you've got a guy that walks a lot, that's just like another single. So give me a guy, you know, with a 450 on-base percentage rather than a guy that may hit 300 but never walks. That guy with the 450 on-base percentage is probably going to be more value unless that guy is hitting for a lot of power. But just a purely singles hitter that never walks, the guy that has that on base of 450, he's more valuable to your lineup. Got Zach Goldstein.
Zach
has
Goldstein,
walked.
not Luke Goldstein.
No, Zach has walked twice tonight and scored 2 runs.
I like to see that. I want to see Zach get on base. He's the 2-hole hitter. Stay fair.
Tried to shoot one down the left field line, but missed a little bit
I
foul
think that
there.
pitch got on him a little bit. Once again, I think the board's wrong. I got him with a 1-2 count. What do you have?
Yeah, 1-2 is correct, Trey. That's what Game Changer shows.
Yeah, Game Changer is the master of all statistics.
Jackson Papadakis was inching off over there, and Zach's going to take that looking for a strikeout. Yeah, it looked pretty good. Didn't like the call, but it looked fairly good from here. Going to bring Jaworski to the plate. He's got that home run and another line drive single to left field. He's having a really good night at the plate. That was a 3-run bomb he hit in the 2nd inning.
They are really concerned with an 8-0 game. They are super concerned about guy at first. I guess we are too, because we're showing that angle.
Yeah, well, Jackson was kind of scooting
Look,
off
he
there
is
like
right
he
there.
like he might do something, but I don't think we'll run.
No,
in this
not
spot.
with an 8-0.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay, high fastball got by him,
Yeah.
but Jaworski had his sights set on another home run.
Yeah. He won't see a fastball here, Jeff. He'll see an off-speed buried outside in the ground. I bet it hits the dirt, actually.
Looks like they're looking for another.
Oh,
Yeah, they did scoot out.
Yeah. But they brought him the heat. Came over the top.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and stay away from him after he's.
I've got to get the research department to look up the stolen bases. I think Jaworski has a pretty significant number now. They called time. I'm over here yelling balk, but they called time. You know, this Argyle baseball, that A, reminds me of Anheuser-Busch for some reason. Am I wrong? Am I wrong out there in the outfield? If you don't see the eagle behind it, that's a good pitch.
Yeah, good breaking pitch right there to get the strikeout. So actually the first scoreless half inning for the Mustangs of the night, but still have an 8-0 lead going to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio. Okay, Luke out for his 5th inning of work. Only allowed 1 hit through 4 innings, has 8 strikeouts tonight. Good fastball he got by him right there.
This is Bryson Burkert, number 13 for the Eagles. As they look to scratch, you know, they got to have shades of Dr. K coming in, you know, with this kind of performance by Luke Esquivel, and the inability for the scorekeeper, which is me, to keep up with the count. Okay.
Yeah, and another left-hander that's
come
been
up here,
dominant,
yes.
which is rare that you see a dominant left-hander, but to see
Got him.
okay, another strikeout right there.
Wow.
Pick up the first out, but rare that you see dominant left-handers basically 3 years in a row. Dr. K, Dason Hill was on that 2024 team. And
Yeah.
of course, Luke was dominant last year as a freshman.
Well, Dason pitched 2 years, but, I mean, obviously his senior year was really – okay, fly ball out here to Martinez, and he's a defensive specialist. And he can hit, but, I mean, he's out there now playing good defense in left field.
Yeah, it's easy to forget about that 23 team, Trey, that went deep in the playoffs.
Wes Cunningham, yeah.
Dason was a big part of the
It was Wes and
pitching.
JoJo, and then Dason was kind of the fireman for the last 2 innings, wasn't
I believe
Yeah.
Dason was actually the game 2 starter.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
could be.
JoJo pitched more relief, but once we got to the playoffs, he would be that 3rd starter. Good breaking pitch right there for a
he? Yeah,
strike.
that team was pretty good. So, I mean, the Mustangs, the cup has runneth over over the last several years.
Well, I tell people all the time, we've probably broadcast about 100 games over the last 3.5 years because the last 3 seasons went so deep.
And not only that, Jeff, how many times have we sat here and had a loss? Because when they did lose, we weren't calling the game.
Another strikeout. So,
oh, my gosh.
10 strikeouts through 5 innings, and Mustangs lead 8-0 going to the top of the 6th inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio. Okay, we're going to have Lolly Esquivel leading off the 6th inning for the Mustangs. Mustangs on a comfortable 8-0 lead, but I'm sure would like to finish this game early. Let's see if they can make it happen here in the top of the 6th inning.
All I want to say is Lel, yes. Right? We hadn't really worn that out too much this year.
No. Lolly has done a lot of damage this year, but we have stayed away from that phrase for the most part.
Well, I don't think it was bad, you know.
No, and Lolly has a hit tonight. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a walk also.
He missed that one.
Yeah, breaking pitch right there. He,
Had to reach for it a little bit.
yeah, away from him.
Jeff, what I see though, look, the Mustangs, everybody in the dugouts up on the rail, cheering for the next man up. And,
Yeah, that's a constant in that dugout, Trey. I mean, the camaraderie over there, and just I know Coach has talked about it. You know, you got to be a good teammate, and that's well hit.
Oh,
I
he
don't
did
know.
get
It's
that.
probably off the wall. Let's see. No, it's gone.
Gone!
It's gone. Hit that just right of that foul pole or the light pole in left field. That was a drive. I just he hit it to the deep part of the yard. I wasn't sure. I thought it might go off the wall, but clears it for Lolly's second home run of the season. And Mustangs keep adding to that total. I believe that's a team that's now 8 home runs on the year. And nice chest bump there by the brothers.
You know,
I'm Logan Scott. I'm here with back-to-back state champ head.
there it is. I just had it in the wrong place. All right. Well, we talked about him getting one, and he did, didn't he?
Yeah, I know he was wanting to get his tonight after he saw Jaworski hit that ball.
Yeah.
And
By the way, isn't that 3 home runs for Lolly this year?
that's his second one.
No,
Yeah.
that's 3.
Okay, you might want to check your stats.
How
there,
about at the
Trey.
first game of the year? Did he hit one at Crowley? Hit one to left field first game of the year. Did he hit one at Jesuit?
I wasn't at Crowley, but I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
Let's check you there.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
If he hit one at Crowley, I know he hit one at Jesuit. So let's see what you got here, Trey. He did hit one at against Crowley, so that is 3. Man.
You're the one who told me that the Mustangs were going to torch their total from last year.
Yeah, well, he only hit 1 last year, and I did say he's going to hit significantly more. I thought he, at least maybe
So
get to 5. So he's
I think he's
on
okay.
pace for.
Look at that.
Johnny takes a big turn there.
Yeah, follow the ball, not the.
Probably gonna. Well, we're gonna get a mound visit. I don't know. No action down in the bullpen. We'll see if he makes a change here.
Good camera angle.
Yeah, I like
Preconceived.
that. We got a good shot of the mound, and can also pick up the runner over at first base.
We appreciate Action Logistics for helping us get a second camera out here today. Home plate cam by Action Logistics. The base broadcast is the GHS 10th Man Club, and the presenting sponsor for today is Feed Store Barbecue, and the good folks over there at Feed Store, Mike LaFavors, and serving up that good stuff. We'll probably go there this weekend, Jeff. I'll have to get you to go there and buy some ribs. I like their ribs. That's what I get when I go. Ribs, and I get their turnip greens. Alabama guy,
I
pinto
like some good
beans.
turnip greens.
Pinto beans. I mean, listen, it's
Making
the thing.
me hungry just talking about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Man after my own heart. All right.
Got Connor Ray at the plate, and I believe Connor had a sac fly to right in his last at bat. It was really a line
I
drive.
wonder, he's ready to go eat. He's ready to feast right now.
Yeah, he picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Misses away right there.
This is somebody that this team needs to be careful of. I mean, I think he's very underrated when you look at his numbers and people don't, or maybe they are staying more careful.
Well,
about
Trey,
him.
maybe you didn't read the article I sent you today, but he was named as one of the top.
I saw
one
it.
of the top
I didn't read
40
it, but
in the
I saw it.
Metroplex. The Fort Worth Telegram.
Yeah, but it looked like all they did was go around to all the schools and pick a few names.
No. Let's
All right, go ahead.
do some fact checking there. If you would have read the article, you would see that most schools, and there's more than 40 schools in the Metroplex, but most schools had one guy. The Mustangs had 5, and the 5 players, according to the Fort Worth Telegram, to watch, they had course, Lally and Luke Esquivel, Jaworski Lane, Gianni Corral, and then Connor Ray, Mr. Underappreciated, according to you, but the Telegram would beg to differ. So,
all right, Telegram wins. Oh, they got a balk on him. I don't know what he did. Let's take a replay and see if we can see it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did either, Trey.
Let's come with this angle. It's taking too long.
Yeah, is he slow motion there? Cause
it
like
is.
It's frozen.
It is.
Okay.
And we'll come back and we'll look at it.
Okay. Got Nomar Torres at the plate. Runners second and third, and the Eagles are going to play in on the infield to try and keep that run from scoring, which would be
that's right. This is the top of the fifth. Oh, this is the top of the sixth?
Yeah, potential.
No, top of the fifth.
Potential winning run if we can hold them scoreless if we get to 10.
First pitch was a ball. You know, Jeff, the stark contrast here, I don't hear anybody yelling in the fans on the other side.
Well, the Mustangs did a great job taking the fans out of the game early. When you put up 3 in the top of the first inning and then you back it up with another 3 in the second inning, it just takes the air out of the place.
Yeah, and then they're one hit away from the wheels coming off.
And, you know, we talked
That's
about
going to hit that Hummer over there.
Talked about it a little bit earlier. I mean, this series has not been a lopsided series. I mean, this is a series where most years we were okay with a split.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Argyle was not just one of the best teams in the district, they were one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is odd for them to be on the wrong side of a game like this.
Well, the JV won 9-2. Jumped out, scored 5 in the first inning.
Argyle JV?
No.
Oh, the Mustangs.
Mustangs.
JV, okay.
And oh, look at that. Boy, he torched that. That's going to be fair.
Just took foul, I believe. But, yeah, that was ball was a rope down the line, just hooked a little bit foul. Nomar already has a RBI single and looking to add to that total right here. Missed away. Probably would also like to add to his home run total after he's seen Jaworski and Lally hit a couple bombs tonight.
Well, I think Coach is going to treat that runner at third like it was a championship runner because he'd like to get out of here and save some arms.
Yeah, if you can end the game right here in the 6th inning, for
fifth,
sure.
This fifth, isn't it?
No, we're in the top of the 6th.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah. But the Eagles are playing in, so we'll see if Cash is breaking on contact or is going to make that ball go through the infield. As a hitter, if you can elevate something to the outfield, that guarantees a run.
Oh, my gosh, that
Off
hit the bag. That's a fair
base
ball.
hit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to score 2, and Nomar's probably going to get to second. Let's see. They make a throw. They might get him, but we get 2 runs. Oh, he missed him. Didn't get the tag on him. So.
Oh, here comes the coach.
Well, either way you look at it, the Mustangs pick up 2 runs, and it's an 11-0 ball game, whether they got the out at second or not. But I think he's going to come talk to his pitcher, maybe make another change. No,
he's actually coming out to yell at the umpire.
No,
but he is making change,
yeah. He's going to make a pitching change. He might have got a word in on the walk out, but another RBI double that time for Torres, and he continues to torch the ball. We talked about it. He's right around that 400 mark, and after those 2 hits.
Tell you what, instead of going away, we'll stay right here. We'll just turn off the ambient sounds and talk our way through it. Jeff, you think you're through the heart of the order, and then you get Connor Ray and Nomar Torres back to back.
Well,
these guys are leading the team in OPS. How your 6th and your 7th hitter are leading the team, at least on our research, and we may be wrong.
Well, no, I think our numbers are accurate, Trey, but I've said this more than once. These guys, Nomar and Connor, would be hitting in the middle of the order for most everybody
would
else
be
we
the
play.
studs.
They would be the 3-4 hole
Yeah,
hitter.
right, exactly.
You know, or if you like Connor hitting leadoff, or
Yeah,
you know, he
exactly.
would be one of your top four
He'd
hitters.
be 1, 3, or 4
for 95% of the teams in this state. And that's just how loaded the Mustangs are. You know, we know what Jaworski and Lolly have done already this season, but you know, coming into this year, they did a lot of damage last year. Even though Jaworski wasn't here, he put up some big numbers with Wiley. And you know,
Wyatt, O.D. Wyatt.
O.D. Wyatt, my bad. And then you know, Luke Escobar hit over 400 for the Mustangs last year in that leadoff spot. So I mean, there's a lot of a lot of talent hitting in front of Torres and C-Ray, but for anyone else, they would be that 3-4 hole hitter.
Yeah, and you know what? These are two guys. They hustle, they play hard, and they play their positions very well. I think C-Ray, if you watch him play defense, he's one of the leaders in defense on this team. I think he sets the tone. Yeah,
well, he stepped in as a 10th grader and just impressed me from day one. I mean, he's an excellent defensive shortstop, but you just don't expect a guy like that to do as much damage at the plate, especially, you know, that early. I mean, he was one of the better hitters for the Mustangs last year, and this year he's, you know, been even better. You mentioned his numbers; they're better than last year's numbers, which were good. And he's still got another year in this program. I'm going to say it again. I know he's, I guess, verbally committed to Weatherford College, but I'm just surprised that there's not a Division I program out there that hasn't come in and talked to him.
Well, I think he's going to be on some scouts' radar for even higher opportunity than that if he gets his continues to improve his bat speed. So.
Yeah, I got Andres Martinez here at the plate. And
okay. So here, Santi was DHing for Martinez, and so Martinez is getting to hit here.
Boy, So you can.
So that's okay.
You can make that move. I didn't think about that.
But I think that means the DH is burnt at this point. But I don't know. The re-entry rules around DH really confuses me. We had some debate about it last night, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Good cut right there by Martinez at a high fastball, and we've seen him do some damage at the plate. He, in fact, was in the DH role Tuesday night. I asked you about that. I think the Eagles did throw a left-hander, which I don't know if that factored into the equation.
He was DHing for Will Newton.
Correct.
And the coach, now our research department doesn't know whether a pitcher's left-handed or right-handed, but I'm sure coach does. And so he may have stats that, look at that.
Well
oh,
hit.
My gosh.
That's going to be off the wall. So Martinez puts a dent in the wall out there for an RBI double. And Mustangs keep it rolling here, 12-0.
Wow. I thought he had one. I thought it was real close.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be high enough.
He put top.
He hit it hard.
But he didn't get the bottom, the backspin on it.
On a normal fence at that distance, it might have snuck out of here, but just didn't have the height on it. It was a line drive, not really a ball that got up in the air. We're going to see a pinch hitter right here, Connor Godet. So good opportunity here for the Mustangs to get some guys some at-bats. You never know when you might need a little depth in the lineup.
Right, and I'm Connor Godet's stats are not that great on the season so far, but I mean, he's early season bright spot, and he had proven himself, and then I think he just kind of fell off a little bit. So I'm sure Coach wants to give him the opportunity to heat back up.
Yeah.
This is a cyclical game, isn't it?
I mean, need some game at bats. It's definitely hitting live in a game is a lot different than hitting BP in the cage, or even if your own guys are throwing to you.
Let's see, we got you can hear pin drop.
Yeah.
Out here.
Mustangs now have kind of put this one away at 13-0. They're just a matter of getting 3 more outs. And there's a base hit, and that's going to score another run.
How about that?
Mustangs now have 2 touchdowns on the board, Trey.
Wow. Connor Goday.
A 14-0 lead here for the Stangs.
And, you know, Andres Martinez and Connor Goday, guys that aren't in the lineup all the time, getting it done.
Now batting number 1, Luke Escobar.
Trey, I think our scorekeeper actually
I've got 14.
No, the score's right, but
They don't
that was
have
the
14.
first out of the inning. Okay, I didn't realize
no.
we had no outs.
Yeah, they don't have the board right here.
Yeah, it is 14.
It is 14.
Yeah, but well, actually, Game Changers. Game Changers only showing 13, so maybe I
jumped the gun.
Yeah, I guess the board was jumped the gun to get to 13.
Okay, well I'll keep it 13. That's fine. 13 on 9 hits.
A touchdown, 2 touchdowns,
Missed
and a
extra point. There you go.
This is Jackson Papadakis now pinch hitting.
It's a good cut right there, but a little behind it.
Had a girls softball game over there.
Yep.
Another reason that the parking lot was
Jacked
so
up.
crowded.
Yep.
That
oh my God.
May fall right there. Yeah, another base hit right there for a Mustang pinch hitter, and Mustangs just can't miss a barrel right now. We're going to see Cash Kircher getting at bat.
Talk about fishing if you want, but I gotta go get some stuff out of the press box.
Okay.
All right, I've got a walk-up graphic for him, but I don't know what's on it.
Mustangs now hit double digits, 10 hits now for the Mustangs. 2 of those have left the yard. So that hit total is now getting a little bit closer to the run total.
Home runs by Jaworski Lane, 3-run shot, and a solo job by Lolly Esquivel a couple innings ago, right?
Actually, Trey, that was this inning.
Was
wasn't
it this inning to start this inning?
Yeah, we're 5 runs deep in this inning, and
Yeah.
that actually was in this inning. It's been a long inning.
Yep.
A lot longer if you're in the Eagles' dugout.
Learning opportunity, I guess. Oh, but there's been plenty of games that well, actually, you know what? I can't think of too many games over the last 5 years that where the Stangs were sitting on this side, on their side.
No, we've been fortunate the last 4 years. The Mustangs, the games they've lost, with maybe an exception or two, have been 1-2-run ball games where we were in it the whole way. And there just haven't been that many losses, so Mustangs It's incredible, their record over the last 3.5 seasons.
Who gets 120 wins in 3.5 seasons? Isn't that what it is? Maybe 130. 30 wins a year for 3 straight years?
Well, I think we were closer to 40 last year.
Yeah, right. No,
I mean,
actually, the 2024 was 40-5.
Okay.
And then 25 was 37-3.
Yep.
And then the year, yeah, it's crazy.
This is Jack Swinson at the plate, and Jack's had an at bat early in the season. He's a pitcher, but
he got a triple, didn't he?
Also,
yeah,
I know he has a hit, and I don't know where he plays in the field, but this is not his first at bat.
The dugout is giving him some love, aren't they?
He's a left-handed hitter. He throws from the left side also. Another pitch gets away right there. Is going to put runners at second and third with 2 outs.
Mustangs are in station-to-station mode, I'm sure. I mean, Coach has a lot of respect for these guys. They're not taking it. They're running the bases the way that
you've got to advance there, but we're not going to try and steal a base.
No.
But a ball that gets to the backstop, it would be an insult to not advance.
Yeah, you're exactly right, actually.
Let's see if Jax can pick us up another.
That's a good look, full count.
Yeah, when I looked at the team hitting statistics, I saw him, in there with a hit in his column, and I honestly didn't.
It was in that tournament up at Wiley.
Okay.
I missed that one.
Yeah, swings through that, but Mustangs now lead comfortably, 13-0, and going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Just need to hold the Eagles to 3 runs or less, and that should finish this game off. Okay, yeah, we're going to stay with you here between innings, and Lally is going to come out for to start this 6th inning, and his pitch count is, I'll give us a pitch count here. He's nowhere close to the max. He's only thrown 50 pitches through 5 innings, 39 of those strikes, and that tells you why he's been able to keep that pitch down, even though he's struck out 10 guys. He's been getting these 3- and 4-pitch strikeouts, and also has gotten a lot of quick outs with contact early in the count. He's if he's gone 3-2 on a batter tonight, it's probably only happened once or twice, but I'm not sure it's even happened. This is another dominant outing for Luke, which has just been pretty much the norm over the last season and a half. Haven't gotten any radar gun readings. We know he was touching 93 last Tuesday night against Colleyville, and he's had a good fastball tonight, so I'm sure he was right around that number tonight. Just like last week, though, he's also mixed that up with a really good straight changeup and good curveball. So hitters haven't been able to look for one pitch because all 3 of them have been consistently strikes and kept those hitters off balance and had a lot of swing and misses tonight.
Now batting for the Eagles, the catcher number 12, Jensen Calvert.
Another quick strike right there. That's been his go-to, that first pitch fastball, and has been a strike just about every time, it seems. Another good fastball to get 2 quick strikes. Working quick out there, and even though the Mustangs have put up 13 runs, 10 hits, and I believe about 8 walks, this game has moved quick just because Luke's been working so quick. Another strikeout. So 11 strikeouts now here through 5 1/3 innings for Luke.
Now batting the second baseman, number 10,
Tough night to be an Eagle, but the only thing I will say in their defense is this has kind of been the norm for Luke most of the last season and a half. He struck out 12 in that Colleyville game, and another good fastball right there for a strike. Misses down and away right there for make it a 2-1 count on the hitter. Seems like the majority of Eagles hitters have been lefties tonight, which even makes it a tougher task. And there's a ball down the line, goes foul. Lally almost gloved it. Say Lally must have been shading the line there to even get close to making a play right there. Two count right here. Oh, got him swinging. So put another one on the board on the K meter. Oh, we don't have it tonight. But that's 12 strikeouts now, and Mustangs 1 out from ending this ball game.
Now batting the third baseman, number 2, Tyler D'Angelo.
Yeah, there's a minimum. No, there's a minimum on K meter implementation. I mean,
what's the minimum?
Well, we have to have at least 12 a game. I think we hit the minimum tonight.
Okay, so just a dominant outing
oh
right
my
there.
Gosh.
Again, another 12 strikeout outing.
Yeah.
Only 1 hit allowed tonight for Luke, and Mustangs go long ball twice to win this one going away 13-0 in 6 innings, and really
So who's your player of the game if this was a home game?
Well, I would guess go with Jaworski because he had a 3-run shot. But Luke goes 6 innings and only allows 1 hit and just totally dominates the game. So this is a game we may need an offensive and defensive player. Luke gets the defensive player of the game, and Jaworski gets the offensive player of the game.
Well, thanks for joining us, folks. We got to break it down. We got to get out of here quickly so they don't shut the lights off on us. We appreciate you joining Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. We appreciate Feast Row Barbecue for being our presenting sponsor, and thank you to Action Logistics for sponsoring our second camera. We'll catch you next Tuesday with more baseball here from the Mustangs on Tradio. We will not be with you tomorrow at Hebron, so tune in next Tuesday night. Signing off from our partner Jeff Knipper, this is Trey Bell. We'll catch you on the backside.